Happy New Year! Welcome to 2026, or a month and 3 days into 2026. It is the 3rd of February today. I thought, let's take a look through the best memes from the month of January. What happened in January? Well, we saw about half the F1 grid reveal their cars. We've still got a few to go. We've seen most of them on track already, even though they've not been unveiled. I don't know, it's weird. But we had the Shakedown week in Barcelona, which was a test that wasn't a test, so don't you dare call it a test, it's a shakedown. Basically no television coverage of that. Everything was behind closed doors, so lap times aren't really important. Most of the teams did some pretty impressive lap numbers, so that's good, I guess. These cars aren't falling apart. It's not quite the same as 2014 where the power unit technology was literally fresh out of the box. A new era, and lots for them to get to grips with. Anyway, let's take a look at Reddit and see what the best posts of the month have been. I forgot my tea, can't start without that. Where papaya? WTF is this? This post breaks papaya rules, good flair for that. Yeah, McLaren haven't officially unveiled their car as of the making of this video. They might have done if it takes me 2 weeks to edit and upload it. Shakedown livery, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's black and grey. I don't know what else you want me to say, but it looks good, it looks stealthy. I wouldn't mind if McLaren basically did this car with the grey bits on it being orange. I think that would look good. What it's actually going to look like, no idea, but it's not a bad place to start. Where car, WTF. Yeah, so Williams weren't ready in time for the shakedown, which is embarrassing considering they had such a good start to 2025. Then the performance dropped off and they're like, well, obviously it's because we're pouring everything into 2026. And then they've failed the FIA crash test several times and not done the first 5 days of running. However they want to spin it, you know, preparing for Bahrain, focusing on Bahrain or whatever. They've lost 3 days of running and none of the other teams have. Brand new team Cadillac managed to turn up. So no excuses really. I'm sure they'll bounce back. And I'm really hopeful that Carlos and Alex, James and all the other team members have a really good year, because who doesn't want to see Williams back on top? But yeah, disaster however you look at it. POV, Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon at Barcelona. This must be Assetto Corsa or R-Factor or something. Very good. Although, would have been better if they used the actual Barcelona track, but still extremely good meme. Damn, who put devil juice in Checo's water? F1 on a normal January day. Checo waking up and choosing violence against Red Bull for no reason. At Red Bull, everything was a problem. If I was faster, it was a problem, and it created a very tense environment. During my first discussion with Horner, he told me, we're going to race with 2 cars because we have 2 cars. But this project was created for Max. God damn, I did not see any of this because I basically took a few weeks off from work and didn't immerse myself in any motorsport. God damn. If you're faster, jail. If you're slower, believe it or not, jail. As somebody said, NDA may have run out, probably expired at the end of 2025, and he can tell his side of the story. I knew it looked familiar. This was the SF26 Ferrari launch with its sort of white cockpit enclosure and a bit of the engine cover. It looked very much like the, what was it, the 312T Ferrari from the late 70s. In this scene, I believe Daniel Brühl is saying, it's a shitbox. So that could be foreboding. HP Scuderia Ferrari. Atrocious, I love it. Yeah. You didn't reach 0 to 200 in 3 seconds. Sorry, Master. Please stop. No. I love it. No. Yeah, okay, seeing the SF25 with the 26, yeah, it looks significantly better. It's not just a random blade of white. It looks like more of a considered design to have that like enclosure shape for the HP logo. And they've used a much brighter shade of red. Do I like that? I don't know. I liked the red they used in 2022. I think that colour red clashes too much with the white, so maybe the lighter red is the way to go. A look at what an updated timing tower in F1 could look like. This is kind of creative. It's hideous, but they've used the three-letter abbreviations to say whether the driver is faster, slower, or purple in each sector. It's very creative. Please no, please let's not have this, but I really love the thinking. Today has been a dank day, thank you, sir. So this was in the early depths of January when literally nobody had anything to talk about, so why not create an abomination on the timing tower? 10 Formula 1 cars to reveal, coming soon. I am confused. Oh. I just saw the Ferrari. Okay, they put tractor under a cloth or something for the Ferrari section. I did not see that on first glance. That took me a second. Wow, extremely good. Everything that's made me laugh really loud so far has been at Ferrari's expense. 2026 is just like any other year, really, isn't it? Car lost signs. Our livery is a masterpiece. Our engine is unmatched. You guys have cars? So many lives saved. Nobody is born cool, except, of course, the guy who introduced the concept of Halo in F1. Imagine showing someone this at the start of 2018, when a Halo, when the resistance against the Halo was so incredibly high. It's not even something we sort of think about now as being unsightly or out of place. So yeah, times change very quick. Does the butt plug give George any advantage? It's better than a car in your ass for sure. That's an unfortunate place to hinge that exhibition, but that is how drivers do be sitting. F1 photographers. Race. Testing. Yeah. As I said, it's because the shakedown's a closed test, so minimal media coverage. Next week at Bahrain testing, there will be many multiples of the guy on the left, not the guy on the right. So different horses. This wasn't testing, this was shakedown, so it's different. Other people with Photoshop. F1 fans with Photoshop. It's very true. Yeah, we've got Sabrina Verstappen, Woody Russell, and whatever the hell that is of Charles. Yeah, Giga Kubica. Any more? Lewis and Charles kissing. Lewis and Max kissing. This one is not a Photoshop, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that one's real. I was gonna search this. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite memes of all time. Charles' leg. It's not even well done. Like, it's not even cleverly contoured or like it's the timing tower is cropped. His shoulders have been put on top of his legs. It's terrible and I love it so much. Only way to improve the country is by science effect. Carlos Sainz to replace Maduro in Venezuela. Oh hey. He leaves every team that he exits from better than they started, so yeah. Maybe that is what they need. Or maybe just don't invade Venezuela. New Williams Lego has dropped. Barcelona Shakedown Edition. I especially like how they've made Carlos look really unhappy. They've written FW48 on the pack, which is the chassis name of this year's Williams. This wasn't originally on the pack, so that's extremely good attention to detail. Good job, Race Week author. Very good job. Switching Oscar and Lewis's hair. Could work. Oscar with the cornrows, Lewis with the Rayman quiff. Kind of like it. It's very cursed. I don't know what possessed you to do this, but thank you. Only do what the voices say. Mildly high effort version of this meme. Current fixed. They don't look too bad, to be honest. The F2 and F3 logos reimagined as the old F1 logo. Everybody, including myself, used to think that the streaky red bit on the F1 logo was the one. It's it's obviously not, because it doesn't look anything like a 1. The gap between the black and the red bit is where the 1 is. You have to see the outline of the 1. And I bet the comments are going to be filled with people saying, oh my god, I never realised that's where the 1 is. Really flexing my 1 semester of high school graphic design with this one. Look, they're not terrible, and the way they're color-coded is also quite good. Blue for F2 is already quite synonymous. F3 doesn't do itself any favours by also being red like the F1 logo. F3 and F1 both have a very similar shade of red, but green for F3 could work. Michael Schumacher not bedridden and still watches F1 races as big health update leaked. You've been in a coma for 12 years. Cool, I can't wait to see what Ferrari's achieved. Well, that's cruel. Very good to hear that Schumacher is not consigned to his bed. Don't know if we'll ever see him in public anymore, but if he is able to get around and enjoy life a little bit more, then that is the best news. And that's not dank at all. It's just good news. It's immaculate. They cooked coming up with the livery. It's beautiful. I've looked at this for 5 hours now. The Haas livery this year is so good. It's gorgeous. Breaking. Oscar Piastri could face life in prison before the opening race of the 2026 Formula 1 season if he starts doing murders in the near future. Lando will have to follow him because of papaya rules. It's only fair. This is not a meme, this is an advert, but it is Lewis Hamilton in some snug shorts. Scuderia F1 again with the sort of fake conversation style of content. The fake conversation joke, I get it, but it kind of wears thin after the first 1 or 2. Ahsoka Turbo. It looks very much like, how do you spell it? Ashoka? Yeah, it's spot on, really. I don't know enough about modern Star Wars to really fully get involved with that, but yeah, it's bang on. Cleaner F1 logos. Okay, so this must have been the original of what we saw earlier. F1 in Roman numerals. FI, FII, and FIII. It's different. It's so peak. Surprised we haven't seen anything about the Red Bull yet, but yeah, the livery is very nice. It's finally a different style of livery to what we've seen in the last decade. Obviously, it's still a Red Bull livery with, a yellow nose and engine cover and blue pretty much everywhere else, but it is a lot more blue, a lot more sort of royal or electric blue, I would say, thanks to the Ford connection. And yeah, it looks really good, and it's not the matte effect, which when it first came out in sort of 2016, it was so novel and different that we loved it. But after a decade of it, it got a bit samey. So yeah, it looks excellent, and it's got sort of glitchy camo effect on the actual blue bits too, which looks even better. I'm going to give the Red Bull livery an 8 out of 10. This is not as good as the Haas, but it is very nice. It's broken already, over before it even started. I did read about this. Non-HP cartridge detected. Cartridge cannot be used because gun is intended to work only with genuine HP cartridges. This meme is so evolved. It started out as the chef shooting himself with the pasta. Then it became the Ferrari fan shooting himself with pasta. Then it became the HP Ferrari fan. Now we've got a whole nother piece of subplot to it where, because it's HP, it's a printer and it doesn't work. Outrageous. And that was in the comments. That's not even in the main sub. That's better than anything else I've seen in this sub in this month. But yeah, to my point, I did read somewhere that on a filming day, or this filming day in particular, they are only allowed to do 3 laps or like 15 kilometers or something. I think Fiorano is about 5 kilometers long. And Lewis was at the end of his 3rd lap before he parked it, jumped out and got Charles to get in it. I don't know if that's just spin or, a rumor, but that's what I read. So might not be over yet, boys. Michael Schumacher waking up and seeing that Alonso even outlasted his son. It's something uplifting mixed with something very dank, done for the day. the Michael waking up and and finding out he and Kimi are still the last two Ferrari World Drivers' Champions. Finding out that Hakkinen is still on sabbatical. I love that everyone's referring to him as the Michael, which is a Mika Hakkinen invention back in 2000. Michael meeting Leclerc and instantly absorbing 5 years of pain and dismay. Oh, that's actually it for this month. That was a pretty short one. That's January for you. Some good stuff in there. A few other things in there that was slightly disappointing once I realised they weren't real. That's 2026 for you. What is real anymore? February is going to be even better because we're getting 2 rounds of testing. We're getting Netflix. The F1 season will be just around the corner. I believe we're starting in the first week of March in Melbourne, where this kid will be. Very exciting times. So I will see you there. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in sunny Melbourne. Have a good one. Ta-ta and farewell.